Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into some seriously complex source material regarding India's longest-running sitcom, Taarak Mehta Ka Ooltah Chashmah. Now, we all know the iconic characters, but man, the transcripts we're looking at today reveal a behind-the-scenes reality that is way more complicated and, honestly, way darker than the comedy we see on our screens.
So let's just jump right into it. Think about the legacy we're all familiar with. Over 4,000 episodes, 16 solid years of uninterrupted laughter, it's a show that literally raised a generation. But then, we look at the off-screen reality. The source material outlines some really troubling allegations: intense mental pressure, severe contract disputes, unpaid dues, and a frankly shocking number of mass exits. Our goal today is to impartially unpack these stated experiences and figure out what's actually been going on.
To make sense of all this, because we're talking about a massive amount of information involving over 15 different cast and crew members, we've organized these departures into 4 core root causes. 1. Toxicity and unpaid dues. 2. Mental health and harassment. 3. Growth, education, and family. And 4. Legends lost and crew exodus.
Section 1. Toxicity and unpaid dues. Breaking the illusion.
Let's talk about Shailesh Lodha, the man who actually played Taarak Mehta. He abruptly left the show in 2022. The catalyst? He was reportedly subjected to highly disrespectful language from the producer over a guest appearance on another show. His stance on the whole thing was pretty simple and powerful. Where artists aren't respected, I don't work.
But, his exit wasn't actually the end of the drama. Not by a long shot. The show's makers allegedly refused to clear a staggering 1 crore rupees in pending payments. 1 crore! Shailesh literally had to drag them to court to fight for his hard-earned money, a case that he ultimately won.
And he definitely wasn't the only one dealing with massive financial battles. Take Palak Sindhwani, the actor who played the third Sonu. She found herself in the middle of this huge contract dispute over an outside ad shoot. They withheld 21 lakhs in pending payments. The stress from this ongoing battle was so intense that she was suffering from panic attacks right there on set before she finally decided she just had to walk away.
We see the exact same pattern with Neha Mehta's exit back in 2020. After playing Anjali Bobby for years, she essentially felt forced to make a choice: endure what she described as an unbearable toxic atmosphere or walk away completely. She cited a massive mismatch between the sheer amount of effort she was putting in and her low pay, not to mention significantly delayed payments.
Section 2. Mental health and harassment. The dark underbelly.
Now we're getting into some of the most heartbreaking claims in the source material. Jennifer Mistry, who played Roshan Bobby for 15 years, asked for a mere 2-hour break to celebrate her anniversary and Holi. Just 2 hours, and she was denied. When she officially left in 2023, she alleged severe mental harassment and a complete lack of respect. She even recalled how, years prior during her pregnancy, her struggles on set were just completely ignored.
But the contrast between character and actor is maybe the most jarring when we look at Monica Bedoria. I mean, we all remember her joyful catchphrase, right? But off-screen, her ordeal was harrowing. Step 1, she stated she was absolutely forced to lose weight in just 20 days. Step 2, that extreme pressure led to a severe health decline where she actually needed painful injections. Step 3, dealing with constant daily negativity and denied payments, she finally reached her breaking point and left in 2019.
And it wasn't always just direct, face-to-face confrontations. Sometimes it was just really messy, behind-the-scenes politics. Take Priya Ahuja, Rita reporter. She'd been there since 2008, but she wasn't officially written out of the show. After her husband, who was a director on the series, left, she claims the makers literally just started ignoring her. They basically forced her out by default through total silence.
So when you look at how this all builds up over time, you realize this wasn't just some isolated event. It's been this continuous bleed of major talent year after year. 2017, 2020, 2022, 2023. It fundamentally altered the whole fabric of the show's core cast.
Section 3. Growth, Education, and Family. A different path.
Now, it is really important to mention that not every single departure was fueled by a toxic environment. Some of the younger generation of actors simply grew up and outgrew their childhood roles. Bhavya Gandhi left in 2017 because he wanted more character growth. Nidhi Bhanushali wanted to explore her career, and Kush Shah left to go study in the U.S. Actually, Kush is a rare exception here. He actually received a proper emotional farewell from the production team.
Then there's the original Saudi, Guru Charan Singh.
His story is just a perfect example of his real-life dildar, big-hearted nature. He initially left back in 2019 because he needed to care for his father. Fast forward to 2024, they were in talks for him to return. But he refused the comeback. Why? Because he wanted to protect the current actor playing Saudi, who happens to be a good friend of his, from losing his job. Just incredible.
And of course, we absolutely have to point out the sheer absurdity of this next fact. Disha Vakhani, the iconic Daya Bobby, went on a temporary maternity leave back in September 2017. Guys, it's been nearly 8 years and she has never officially returned, leaving just a massive, unfillable void in the show.
Section 4. Legends Lost and Crew Exodus. The Creative Void.
When we reflect on the show's history, we really have to pause respectfully on 2018 and 2021. The sudden passings of Kavi Kumar Azad and Ghanshyam Nayak, our beloved Nattu Kaka, were just devastating blows. Nattu Kaka's dedication was so incredible that he was shooting episodes even while he was severely ill. But alongside these tragic real-life losses, we also have to acknowledge the continuous exits of key creative directors early on.
Because the truth is, the magic of those old episodes wasn't just the actors in front of the camera, it was the unseen crew behind it. Directors like Dharmesh Mehta and Malav Raja walked away over creative differences and dissatisfaction. Brilliant scriptwriters like Abhijit Sinha and Sonal Gantra left due to payment issues and totally unmanageable workloads. This quiet exodus of original talent perfectly hits the nail on the head as to why so many fans feel the new episodes just totally lack that original magic.
Well, we've covered a whole lot of ground in today's explainer, and I want to leave you with a provocative question to chew on. Knowing the hidden pain, the unpaid dues, the severe mental toll, and the continuous loss of talent behind the scenes, does it actually change how you watch the comedy on your screen? Thank you so much for joining me today. Keep analyzing, keep questioning, and I'll catch you in the next one.